Hello everyone, RPG Kingdom Kid here bringing you some more Steins Gate. And actually, I was looking on Twitter and I saw that there was an English build for Steins Gate 0 on the Vita. I will probably not play that game. Probably not. But maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Krisu thrusts both her hands. I already read that. The previous experiment broke the table and even left a hole in the floor. There's a danger that will happen again if we successfully reproduce the discharge phenomenon, so unfortunately, we'll have to leave it on the floor for now. So you haven't tampered with the microwave at all? I point to the X, whatever, there's a code on the screen. It's in the thermal mode now. We can change the factory settings like this, make the microwave do things its manufacturer never intended. How was it set when the discharge phenomenon occurred? Nothing out of the ordinary. It was at factory settings. I'll take a banana. The bunch of bananas only had 3 bananas left. Those are May's. Oh, so I don't need your permission then. I'll go buy new bananas tomorrow. Krisu takes 1 banana from the bunch, squats down, and puts it inside the phone wave. She begins to type on her phone. She pushes send and the phone wave begins to turn backwards. After 120 seconds, the chime rings. Nothing happened. Banana's still in the microwave, unjellified. Ow. Krisu yelps as she tries to take the banana out and quickly draws back her hand. She starts blowing on her fingers. It's hot. Meaning the microwave functioned normally. This proves that the hidden function May found wasn't a freezing function, but we knew that already. Undoubted, Krisu throws in a new banana and once again begins reverse rotation for 120 seconds. But the second banana warms up too. We can't reproduce the jellification phenomenon, much less send mail to the past. What does this mean? I guess what happened earlier was an irregularity after all. I don't know if it's an irregularity or not, but we ought to investigate the chaos. I agree. We agree for once. But Krisu's motives and my motives are probably the exact opposite. My assistant here wants to disprove my theory that the phone wave is in fact a time machine. I wouldn't say it is a time machine, it's probably far, far from it. In the previous experiment, after spending 120 seconds in the phone wave subject, fuck you, banana teleported back to the bunch jellified. We should consider that it returned to its state 120 seconds before. Wrong. If it returned to its state 120 seconds before, it wouldn't be jellified. So she wants to say that because it was jellified, it didn't travel back in time. The chicken returned to its frozen state without jellifying. That logic is dubious. Sure, it ended up frozen, but did you examine the possibility that it might have jellified first? No, I didn't. Think May ate the refrozen chicken. Salt didn't jellify. You mean nothing changed? After this discharge phenomenon occurred last time, we spent all night experimenting with cabbage, rice, kanjo, melon bread, crunchy coon, and cup noodles. Nothing happened. The same thing with liquids. On that day, our success rate took a 180-degree turn. Before the discharge phenomenon, everything succeeded. After the discharge phenomenon, everything failed. Is the microwave storing electricity? You said that jellified objects become fractal structured, right? Salt has a simple structure by nature, so maybe that had an effect, but how could electricity be related? Here, we should think under the assumption of time travel theory. No, it's not good to start thinking from the conclusion. We've already had several successful experiments. You can't deny that. I'm not especially concerned with whether this thing is a time machine or not. To begin with, it's physically impossible for this tiny little microwave to produce electrical equivalent to the Big Bang. Krisu frowns deeply. We can't reproduce the discharge phenomenon nor the fractalization. There should be a reason why. We haven't changed our methods, we haven't changed the settings, we haven't changed the experimental subjects either. There must be some other variable. Maybe it's the one who observes it. What do you mean by that? Quantum theory. The observer is an important element to the experiment. There were 4 of us here when the discharge phenomenon occurred last time. Before that, it occurred when Ashido-san was alone. Each time practically occurred, there was either 2 or 3 people observing. You and I each saw both phenomenon. In other words, the conditions haven't changed. In that case... there must be some other variable. It's on the tip of my tongue. Then I hear a rumbling sound from Kurisu's stomach. Hungry. Shut up! I haven't eaten anything since lunch! Kurisu turns away as she looks at her watch. It's already 8? Just eat a banana, but only one of the 2 we just warmed. They are, after all, the fruit of our experiments. Or you could take something from our stock of cup noodles. Don't want any? Well, since you have lived in America for so long, I guess you prefer fast food instead. Cup noodles. What? I'll have cup noodles. Cup noodles? What? What flavors? There's soy sauce flavor and chicken flavor. Chicken. She seems to be in the mood to eat. Also... do you have a fork? Oh, seriously? I should have ended the part right there from... whatever. It's past midnight. At 8 o'clock, the 2 of us slightly ate cup of noodles and warm bananas. Daru said he didn't want any, and ever since then we've been experimenting the phone wave. Mainly focused on terminal modes, sites through the whatever. Process Daru wrote are all wizard class though, so I can't understand most of them. Kreesu's been examining the AC adapter and the lab's electrical switchboard for a while, though we stopped her when she tried to dismantle them. It's early morning and she still shows no sign of leaving. Where's she staying anyway? She's been in Japan for 1 or 2 months, and she did say she was going back to America this month. The trains aren't running this late, so I guess she might not be able to leave even if she wants to. But in that case, why didn't she leave before the train stopped? Don't tell me she plans to stay. No girls has ever stayed over at the lab. Mei has a curfew, and she always goes back home to Ikebukuro. Daru and I frequently stay here, though. It's not exaggeration to say we live here half the time. Maybe it's normal for American girls to stay overnight in labs. Christina, is it okay to stay here this late? Perhaps you should contact your family. No need. What? Do your parents let you do whatever you want? Krisu turns to me and sighs. I haven't seen my father in 7 years. My mother's in America. I'm living in a hotel right now. Understand? What? Living in a hotel? Well, true, renting an apartment for just a month is absurd, but... You damn celebrity! If you're American, then you should at least use a motel instead of a hotel, right? I'm not American, and there aren't any motels in the heart of Tokyo. What sort of hotel? What do you mean? It's a normal hotel in Okanomizu. You can walk there from here, can't you? Sure. See, that's why she's so flexible with her schedule. I finally understand. Do you? Do you really? I highly doubt you do. So tell me about your father. Sorry? You said you haven't seen him in 7 years. Why do you care about my father? You're the one who mentioned him. Isn't that basically a hidden message saying, please give me some advice about my father, please? You're crazy. You are my assistant, and I can't let my assistant have any worries. So tell me everything that's on your mind. Greasy pouts and says no more. Instead, she glares at the circuit box on the wall. What's wrong? I have nothing to say to you. Oh, I know. Your father was a hero, but then he fell to evil, and now he wears a black mask and cape and goes... And in the future, you two are destined to fight in... Oh my god. I think I heard Kurisu's teeth grind. You're really mad, aren't you? No fucking shit. Don't make fun. Kurisu doesn't look at me in the eye, but her little voice tells me how mad she is. People's family issues like that. You're trampling on my heart. Could her father's situation be a landmine? Maybe I should apologize. Or maybe you should just shut the fuck up. Try to think of the words before I can say anything. Hell yeah! Daru's war cry echoes through the lab. Did you get it? Mission complete! Daru shows his white teeth in the wide grin and gives a thumbs up. I got the server admin's ID and password. Now we can peep as much as we want. Yahoo! And the IBM 5100 database? That's separate, duh. The server admin's unrelated. I mean, it's a database with normally unrelated code, so there's a limit on who can access it. Doesn't look like even the lab director can access it. There are possible positions higher than that? There's something called the SERN Executive Council. So they call it a council, huh? What about it? It's a fitting name for our enemy. Kurisu looks at me coldly. Whatever, let's leave the IBM 5000 database for another day. I'm gonna search for data on time travel research. That Z program we saw. I'll be right back. I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. That was the plumber guy. I thought I'd get a phone call first before they showed up, so... yeah, that's gonna be a lot of cutting out I gotta do. Anyway, nope. Was it this one? We're gonna search for data on time travel research. Okay, dokie. That Z program we saw last time was suspicious, wasn't it? That and the Jellyman's report. We couldn't get concrete information on either before. Kurisu stares holes into the monitor. Her angry expression has disappeared. Look carefully and burn into your eyes the proof of SERN's actions. It's the seed upon the world. Oh yeah, baby. Found the LHC project supervisor. The supervisor. That's a pretty important post. Right now, we're peeking inside his computer. Z program. Z obviously stands for jelly. Sorry. Jelly starts with J. Jelly. Careless mistake. So uncool. What I meant to say is that there's no way it would have such a simple name. The name's hidden something important. There has to be a double meaning. Daru has been searching through the log. Suddenly stops. Got it! He displays a graphic on the monitor. It looks like a scan of a very old paper document. The letterhead reads Z program, top secret. The program began in 1973. When was there informed? 1954. I asked Daru, but Kurisu answers instead, her tone flat. I thought that maybe SERN was found with the Z program in mind. But 54 means my guess was what? When was the IBM 5100 put on market? 1975. So maybe that's why the IBM 5000 was essential to CERN's operations. The year's match, after all. No, that's wrong. Well, that was weird. Can't be something as stupidly simple as that. There has to be a worldwide conspiracy involved. Maybe IBM hid their proper deprogramming language in the IBM 5100 for the sole purpose of its use in CERN's Z program. IBM and CERN are co-conspirators. Both of them are being manipulated from the shadows by an even larger organization. Yeah, that's way more interesting. Fuck you! Ugh, a JPEG? Come on, I can't copy paste that. There was some complaint. The texture isn't in French. What's on screen right now looks like English. Actually, there's French, Dutch, and German versions too. The content looks the same though. CERN's purpose heading into the 21st century shall be to establish control over space and time, thereby to enable the destruction of extant history and the creation of an everlasting utopia. Ruled by the committee, they encompass the entirety of past and future events. Christy suddenly speaks as set clip. Oh, right. Mikashi C can do English. Way to go, assistant. Your study abroad in America was all for the sake of today, wasn't it? Of course not. Stop assigning people roles in your fantasy world. Speaking of fantasy, another thing related about fantasy, but the day of this recording, I found out that Gravity Rush 2 got its release date in December. There's so many games coming out in December. Okay, it's only 3 that I really want, so. Daru relinquishes his chair, allowing Kurisu to sit in front of the computer. Oh, hello. In order to maintain this project's secrecy and to allow its name to remain relevant in changing circumstances, we just limited it the Z program. Z, like the Greek omega or the Krillioyan. It is forbidden to assign any meaning to this name, or to seek in its specific significantly beyond the project itself. Negative returns are predicted should this edict be violated. The Z program is a top secret project spanning international borders. Like electromagnetic waves research, it has been approved for top priority funding by the Committee of 300. Henceforth, all other research performed by CERN shall function to keep the CERN program's existence secret. Guess Kreese is reading the preference of it to a document. It's getting rather dull. Is there anything specific about what exactly the Z program is? Daru types on the keyboard from the side, bringing up another window. Ah, here. This can't be. Kurisu bends forward and stares eye-to-eye at the words on the screen. What is it? The purpose of the Z program is to perform time-space displacement experiments by means of high-energy proton-proton collisions. Time-space displacement experiments. Why? What is with this? Why is the words coming up like this now all of a sudden? In other words, time travel? I have to struggle to keep from shouting. Quickly run over to the window and close it. Might make it hotter inside, but it would be worse if people outside overheard us. No way. It was true? You're telling me they've been deceiving the world for nearly 40 years? Just as I suspected, a great shadow lurks behind CERN, most likely the organization, or one of its puppets. What organization, you Shiniban, you nutjob? At least try to be serious some of the time. Don't be ridiculous. My words are always grounded in truth. Anyway, shouldn't it be the committee instead of the organization? That's what it says here. The Committee of 300? I don't think they mean CERN's Executive Committee. What are they talking about? The world is full of lies. It's not as beautiful as you think. Listen, Orkarin. I am listening. The Committee of 300 is the dark power that controls every secret society, every government, every multinational corporation. You're making things up again. It's the truth. Google it if you don't believe me. Until now, the human race, for all its accomplishments, has never been able to overcome the barrier called time. The technology of time travel, which can break through the barrier, will change the course of human history, literally. As it was when we split the atom, this forbidden fruit has the potential to grant us godlike power. Not a man exists who can resist its temptation. And naturally, all those with power will use any means at their disposal to attain it. Human morality is not but a joke to those who would stand with the gods. Understand, Christina? Wow, that was quite a speech. Since you seem to know so much about it, does that mean you're aiming for godhood too? What my dumb self desires is the destruction of all who can call themselves gods, the collapse of their hateful system, and the glorious new age of chaos. I'm not asking you. I'm asking this idiot. I am an idiot. In other words, you don't have your own reason. Damn you, assistant. How dare you attack my very identity. Forget about him, Makishi. See? Please keep reading. Daru! What do you mean, forget about me? I'm tired of listening to conspiracy theories. I'm more interested in the Z program than your delusions. I told you, they're not delusions. And they're not theories. But Daru does have a point. Our top priority now is to expose the dark side of this international research organization known as SERN. Continue, assistant. At least show respect when you're asking a favor. Though huffing out complaints, Kurisu obediently goes back to translating. Stage 1. Construct an implementation of the large hardened cylinder. Over the past half-century, begin with the proton synchronization completed in 1959. Particle accelerator technology has reached the point where standardized results may be obtained. Stage 2. Implementation and testing of lifter technology. The formation of more than two application localized singularities, as well as the formation of curved black holes, will become possible when the stage is complete. In order to hide the program's true goals, it is necessary to internationally leak misinformation regarding the formation of black holes. Stage 3. Animal experimentation. Stage 4. Creature stops talking. Human experimentation. Takes a deep breath and finally mutters angrily. Human experimentation. For real? Chill runs up my spine. I admit it, some part of me still saw this as a game. I was elated to discover that an institution as respected as CERN was actually doing time travel. After all, we ourselves had succeeded, whether by chance or design, in producing our own time travel phenomenon. Thought that maybe we could beat CERN to the first functional time machine design. And wouldn't that be something? But now, just like I said to Kurisu, the world is full of lies. Morals are meaningless. Was it really okay for us to get involved in this? Hey, remember when we hacked in before? I'm pretty sure that email we read said this. Result error. Human is dead. Mismatch. For details, see the Jellyman's report. Someone died? Could that have been something to do with human experimentation? Now the text is different than it was before. See? It was small. It was smaller when Daru spoke. Now it's normal. My throat goes dry. Could sweat seep through my brow? And it's not because of the heat. Kurisu and Daru are waiting for me to speak. Are they entrusting the decision to me? I ask myself. Is this really okay? Are you sure? There's no turning back. True, but can I live with myself? Oops! If I ignore it? Daru, look up the Jellyman's report. Really? Really. But first, Christina. Eh? You should leave. Why are you suddenly... The Jellyman's report. It just gives me a bad feeling. Once we see it, we can no longer return to our normal lives. You're a genius. You're already published, for crying out loud. There's no need to throw away your promising future. Are you worried about me? Of course I am. You are my assistant after all. I keep telling you, I'm not your assistant. Thanks for your concern, but I'm not leaving. We need to expose this truth to the world. No, it's too dangerous. You chickening out? We're powerless against this conspiracy. One wrong move, and they'll have us erased. But still, this isn't a game. I'm not joking here. Fine, I won't tell anyone. Though her expression shows she still doesn't agree, she finally submits. But I'm not leaving. It'll keep me awake at night. You won't regret this? I won't. She declares firmly. Don't know if it's her competitive spirit, or if it's her bravery, or if she's just ignorant to the ways of the world. But it doesn't look like I can persuade her to back down. What about you, Daru? Prepared? Well, I am a super hacker. It's comfortable even in this situation. And with my skills, they'll never know we were there. That settles it. It's good that Mei's not here. I can't get her involved. I look Daru and Kurisu in the eye. Alright, let's begin. Kurisu gives the seat to Daru. Henceforth, this shall be known as Operation Legarin's Chest. Why Norse mythology? Is that Norse mythology? Because it's cool, I guess. Anyway, what is with men in military terms? Daru, begin the operation. Soon finds the Jellyman's report. It requires a second password authorization, which Daru broke through easily. Ready? I'm opening it. Daru looks at me and Kurisu. I wet my parched lips and nod. The air in the lab suddenly seems thicker. Unable to escape through the closed window, it surrounds us with an oppressive heat. Daru wipes the sweat off his forehead with a handkerchief and timidly presses the enter key. The file opens. At first glance, it looks like a resume. There's a photograph on the top right. Top left has name, age, height, weight, and other information. In the center is a large string of English text. Underneath that, there's something attached, like a scan of a newspaper clipping on a black and white photo. And then I know. I know exactly what the Jellyman and Jellyman's report means. Jellyman's report 10. Subject James McCarthy, age 31, American. Z program, stage 4, date and experimentation, 2005-01-28, T1305. Kurisu bends over Daru's shoulder, reading the contents out loud. Results error. Human is dead. Mismatch. That again. It is believed that due to infinite compressions by supergravity, that subject could not endure passing through the singularity inside the Kara black hole. April 3rd, 1921, New York City. An unidentified man was discovered dead in an alley of Union Square. The right half of his body was embedded in a nearby wall. It was like Chris was reading the newspaper article at the end. The man's body was completely jellified. Ooh. Ah, we did it. End of chapter 2. And now we're on chapter 3. So, guys, I am going to end it right here. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm actually getting pretty interested in what's going on here. So, yeah. In the next part of Let's Play Steins Gate, we will continue on our adventure. We will continue our adventure of Steins Gate and see what the fuck goes on, because I'm actually interested. I need to find out how many chapters there are in this game. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give that like button a click. Comment down below what you like about the video, what you didn't like about the video, and let me know. Let me know if you still find your character, the guy we play as, Okani Rentaro or whatever it is, Huey and Kyosio or whatever, the guy you play as. If you still find him annoying at this part, because believe me, I am always going to find him annoying. There might be like, oh wow, you actually said something useful for once, but it's always going to be like, you're so fucking annoying. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and share the video too. I'm sure your friends might like it too. And hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a beat, and subscribe to my main channel too, that's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter and the RPG Kina Kid Twitter are in the descriptions too. I want to thank you all so much for watching once again. See you all next time.